Have you visited the George W. Bush Presidential Library? Well, on this video, I'm gonna share with you the entire experiences of visiting this presidential library and museum, which is one of the tourist attractions when you visit Dallas, Texas. So, let's go in. Hey everyone, Diana here with Pamper Life, helping you discover the best travel destinations and experiences to pamper yourself and unwind from everyday stress. And on this channel, I share travel tips and activities just like this one. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. First thing that you do actually when you enter the museum is that you are taken to like a theater where you actually see like a little movie clip of the president, and I had watery eyes the whole time. Like, it was so touching. It shows you what he believed, what he stands for. It touches aspect of the presidency, some of the policies, and why he did few things, like how he did it. They show like the family, and it was like so touching. It was so beautiful. It's a great start to actually tour the museum. And the first hall that you actually go after you go through the to the theater, you are in the No Child Left Behind like hall, which is basically just explains like everything related to the education and the policies that he believed on, and why he created that No Child Left Behind.
These are from President Bush's personal collection. So This is one of the few things in the library that's actually owned by President Bush. The rest of everything else that's on display here is owned by the American people. So but this is his own personal collection.
Yeah. Another section, another exhibition of the Bush Library is of course the 9/11 events. When you enter here, the first thing that you see is actually these huge beams that go all the way to the roof, which are actual beams from the World Trade Center towers. This is the only museum that actually allows you to touch the beams, and they were explaining to us that not even in New York they allow you to do this. So this is part of the main exhibition here. And also something that I wanted to share with you is that, I'm not sure if you can see well, but on those walls, the names of all the people that died on the events of the 9/11 are actually there. This is the only place in the United States besides the New York Museum that has all the names written down. So it's the names from the first responders, people that actually were helping that day but also lost their lives. They were the presence of the flights, of course, the World Trade Center towers, the north and then the south towers. So all the names are actually on these walls. Of course, on those TVs displays right there, they show you like some of the events and the timeline of that tragic day.
Tower. And these are all real people. Like this man right here, George Howard, was a Port Authority policeman, and they were the ones in charge of the Twin Towers, the Port Authority. So he was off that day, but when he heard what was going on, he ran to be of help, and unfortunately he lost his life. So the morning of the Bullhorn speech in New York, 3 days later, President Bush met with George Howard's mother, and she gave the president her son's Port Authority badge. And President Bush was so honored, he wore it on his person until it was put put here in the museum well after his presidency as a reminder for the real heroes of the day.
Wow.
So before you go in the Oval Office, on the right-hand side, there's a glass case, and it has that badge in there with a picture of Mrs. Howard.
Oh,
So be
wow.
sure and look at that.
I will. Thank you for all that extra information.
Steel is,
Yeah.
and this is all he did, just like, you know, ribbon curling. Can we touch it? Yes. But we think it was close to impact because of that intense heat damage.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
And we responded with the best of America.
Section right here, which is super sad. It's basically showing you with that video right there and some of the information that's displayed on this exhibit, what happened actually after the events of 9/11, after the attack, what he did, what happened in the United States. So yeah, that's what you see after you go through the exhibit that has the information of the people that died and the videos displaying the events of the attack. So this is part of the 9/11 hall still.
Have led the first phase in the war on terrorism. And out of our tears and sadness, we saw the best of America. We saw a great country rise up. I accept the invitation to speak and the leaders to come and address the Congress tomorrow night. I want the nation to know how proud I am of how they have helped unite our country.
I have the high privilege and the distinct honor of presenting to you
United States military strikes, terrorist training camps, military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan.
The war in Afghanistan was
area. You can actually tour the Oval Office exhibit, which we're about to go in. So the Oval Office is the west wing of the White House and serves as the presidential office.
would be exact. Presidential celeries, this lighting, ground molding. This is all Franklin Roosevelt. He's the one that designed it. It's a structure made on changes since the 1930s.
Wow.
But every president can decorate. Mrs. Bush chose the wall colors, the fabrics, the draperies. The rug was by Kim Blasingame out of Fort Worth, Texas. She worked hand in hand with him on that. She had something optimistic, something so again, you can put your personal touch
Oh,
to it.
it's a lot bigger than I imagined.
I hope you have enjoyed the tour, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Y'all want me to take a picture of you together? You can do it here, you can go out from the courtyard with the statues, whatever.